Welcome back, subscribers and new viewers. Today I've got one of the most insane boss cheeses I have ever posted. I'll show you how you can become invincible to almost all of the Elden Beast's attacks, with one specific attack being the exception. Now this cheese does also work on Radagon as well, but you'll have to put in a little bit of effort in that fight. I'll explain that in a bit. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up and drop a comment down below letting me know how you went. Let's get into it. So this will definitely be patched, especially if the video grows in popularity, which is alright considering it's very game breaking. Now I learned this through Kamui Gaming, so I'll drop his links down below, go and say hi. Now just before we get into the guide, I want to quickly talk about this video's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. It's 2022 and Raid has taken over mobile gaming, bringing a true console experience straight to your phone. Explore millions of champion combinations and master countless tactics as you take on all the bosses, dungeons, and campaign battles that Raid has to offer. Now my three favorite champions right now have to be Sathalia, Nekret, and Sile. Sathalia is super good for Arena since her third skill can strip all enemies of their buffs while boosting your allies. Now while she's incredibly strong in PvP, Nekret the Great is, well, great in just about everywhere with his ally protection and block debuffs. Funnily enough, his only weakness is, well, himself. He protects the team but has no defenses of his own. Now Sile of the Drakes is a very popular pick because everyone can get her for free and because she's incredibly strong. She has a powerful wave stun with her second skill paired with a default skill that drains the target's turn meter, and I can't forget about that passive healing. Now there's a ton happening this month. We're getting new champions, an update to the tag arena, and I can't forget about the Deliana Chase event where you can get your hands on Deliana, a brand new legendary champion from the High Elves faction, just by logging in. All you have to do is log in and play for 7 days between now and July 20, and you'll get one of the strongest support champions in the entire game for free. Now this is the best time to get started with Raid. If you click the link in my description or scan the QR code on screen, you'll get a free starter pack worth almost $40. We're talking 10 magic brews, 10 force brews, and 10 spirit brews. Not to mention you'll get 3 new heroes, them being Misericord, Tiger Soul, and Romero. And the gifts keep coming. If you're a new player, enter the promo code MyDeliana to get your hands on everything. You'll get 50 XP brews you can use to instantly level your new legendary hero to the max level of 50, plus a ton of silver. Thanks again to Raid for sponsoring the video. Let's get back to it. Now the prerequisites, you'll need a weapon with the Seppuku Ash of War, a shield with the Holy Ground Ash of War, and you'll need a flask with the Crimson Wall Bubble Tier. Now I'm going to show you how to get all 3 of these. Timestamps should be in the time bar and the description, so skip around to whichever you need, or if you somehow have all of these already, go skip straight to the cheese. Let's go. So starting with the Crimson Wall Bubble Tier. Now you'll find this bad boy just north of the Foot of the Forge Site of Grace. Now it's a short ride, but this one's a doozy. Follow where I go on screen and be incredibly careful with the abundance of enemies along the way. You will ride past the biggest creepy crawly you've ever seen, and then you'll have to squeeze through a horde of smaller ones, but once you make it all the way through, the bubble tier will be in this bowl at the end. Now the Seppuku Ash of War can be found very close by, just north of the frozen lake. In this exact location, you'll find an invisible dung eater traveling in a circle. Just line it up in his path and kill him to claim the Ash of War. Now for the Holy Ground Ash of War, this one will take you a little longer, but only a couple minutes longer. So this is found in the Ariza Hero's Grave, north of the capital. Now if you haven't been there, travel to the capital Rampart Side of Grace, and I'll show you exactly where to go. So as soon as you spawn in, you'll want to pull a 180 and head straight out the gates. Now follow my lead and head all the way around the side, just down the hill and then under the bridge. If you keep going straight, you'll arrive at this building. Just open up the door and then descend the elevator. Now in this place, you'll have to handle a couple of the infamous chariots that everyone loves to hate. I do recommend using something like Bloodhound Step on a weapon or any form of dash that'll help you get through. Now this is a bit of a trek, but I'll show you a quick and safe route to grab that Ash of War. So follow my path, evading this first chariot and then dropping down below. Now be very wary of these basilisks. They are hiding about and will mess you up if you get death blighted, so be very careful of the mist. Now there should be one immediately when you drop, there should be another 2 up those stairs, and then 1 more in the nook down the hallway on your right. Once you make it to this point, watch your head and then wait for the chariot to pass in the oncoming direction. Now run out and turn around. There are 2 chariots here, but the trick is that they're not in line with each other. So it'll take some finesse and ninja ability, but you can slip between the 2 of them to dodge a very painful death. Now keep evading until you get to these pillars all the way down the bottom. Now if you actually stand between these pillars, you are safe. Now another chariot will come from the ramp in front of you and give you a scare, but sit still. Now wait for it to turn around and back off, and then follow my route off the edge and onto these planks below. Now do take your time here. You're aiming to get all the way down to the stone bridges at the bottom, and once you've made that jump all the way down there, head south and then up that ladder. Now you will eventually arrive at another ramp. Now do the same thing as before, but this time be very careful as the chariot will be right on your ass. Even with the dash ability, it almost caught me. So do be super careful. Now when you're at the bottom, kill these skeletons and then head down these stairs in front of you and kill that big boy in there, and that will let you pick up the Crucible Feather Talisman if that's something you wanted. It's not needed, but it's nice to know. Now the other doorway is where you actually wanted to head through. If you go through there, there will be an elevator that you can take all the way up. And when you get to the top, you'll notice one of those pillars that shoots the fire. Just stand there and wait for the fire to disappear, and once it's gone, go and hide in that nook on the side. Don't be impatient like me, or you'll pay the price. Now wait in that nook, and then when it's gone, run straight through. You want to make your way all the way to the end of the hallway, and then drop down to the left. You'll see a skeleton there, and he will drop the Ash of War alongside the Tree Sentinel armor set. Now I do have a strong feeling this is a bug, as these rewards I'm pretty sure are meant to be dropped by the actual chariots themselves, although I'm not 100% sure, so correct me in the comments if I got that wrong. Now with all 3 of these items collected, you are ready for the cheese. Now I did fail to mention that this invincibility glitch will work on any boss that uses magical attacks, so it doesn't work on physical damage bosses, as it does not make you immune to physical damage, but you will be completely invincible to bosses like the Elden Beast. Now this is how you do it. You need a weapon with seppuku in your right hand, does not matter what weapon, and you'll need a shield, any shield, with holy ground in your left hand. Lastly, you need the flask with the Crimson Wall bubble tier ready to go. Now travel to the location and hold your seppuku weapon in 2 hands, use the Ash of War, and then immediately swap to the shield and use that Ash of War. Now your character should start spazzing out completely. When that happens, drink your flask, walk out of the spell, and cast Holy Ground again. Now you'll want to wait roughly between 8 to 10 seconds and then walk out of the spell. If you open up your inventory and hit switch view, your magic, fire, lightning, and holy damage negation should all be 99. If they are 99, that means it worked. If it's not 99, that just means the timing was a little off, so you can just fast travel back to the same location and try again and again until you get it right. Now, one of the best parts is you can swap to whatever weapons you want. That could be Rivers of Blood, a staff, it does not matter. The glitch will last until you fast travel or die. Now, enter the arena and summon your Mimic if that's how you roll. Now, do take more care than I do in this gameplay. I know a lot of you guys won't have as much health as me, and run around until Radagon focuses on whatever summon you just deployed. When he's distracted, go to town on him. Now, remember that the glitch only protects you from magic damage. That is the catch. So you will be immune to his really strong AoE attacks, but his melee stuff will still kick your ass. So keep a distance if you can. Use whatever spells or weapons you like. It should be incredibly easy. If you still manage to die somehow, I don't know what to say. Oh, and an important thing I forgot to mention is that getting hit by magical attacks will actually heal you. Yeah, very confusing, but I won't complain. Alright, Radagon is dead. Now we get to show this boss who the real Elden Beast is. Now the video is basically done. The guy is going to hit you with every magical ability possible, and you're going to stare him in the phallic looking head and say, nah mate, not today. But in all seriousness, the only attack he can hit you with is when he just swings or thrusts his sword at you pretty generically. This does not include the time he shoots you with the sword or when he lights it up full of holy damage and smacks you with it. You are immune to it as long as it deals magical damage. Just not when he uses it normally, which is only once or twice, so just keep an eye out. Now, beat the shit out of this space whale and enjoy those end credits. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you get something out of it before the devs go and yeet this glitch out the window like they did to the others. Now please consider subbing if you like this sort of content, and I do hope to see you in future videos. Take care, fellow Tarnished. Peace.